Hey guys, welcome back to another speed build. I hope everyone's doing great today. So, today I'm building what I like to call a couples coastal retreat. And what I had in mind was maybe like an Airbnb, a vacation spot, something that you would probably find out in the coast, maybe down in South America, just something romantic near the beach. And this particular build has a one bedroom, two bathrooms. It is a two-story, of course, so there's plenty of room if you guys would like to tweak it and add additional rooms. The main living area is upstairs. I have a full kitchen, a small dining space. The living room is outside. I actually really like the idea of having the living room outside. I imagine because it is on the beach, it's on an island, they pretty much have beautiful weather all year long. Of course, it is, under a covered area just in case, it does rain. You're still protected by the elements. But I managed to have a TV out there, a couch, and I also add another dining area right there on that left corner of the porch. And I really like the idea of maybe having your Sims come out and have their breakfast in the morning or their dinner and just enjoying the weather and the scenery. So I actually really had fun making this build and it actually came out really quickly. I was not expecting for me to be done that quick. But I just had fun with it. This area that I'm doing right now, like that fenced area towards the right, what I was thinking that could be was maybe like the shower spot, maybe whenever your Sims are out in the water all day and they're covered in sand, they can come up those stairs and just go and rinse off in those showers. So I thought that was a really neat idea to incorporate. This house basically has a total of three entrances to get into the house. I have, of course, the main door at the front. There is a side door that you won't see until probably towards the end of the build that I add, and it's at the bottom to go in towards the bottom of the house. And I have, of course, the back sliding doors. And what I actually do underneath that porch is including the entrance to the side of the house. I was thinking maybe they use that area for maybe storage, maybe they have jet skis. I didn't include that jet skis in the actual build, but I thought it would be a neat idea that maybe, they have like bikes or they have like their swimming gear and stuff down there, kind of hidden away from the appearance of the house. I actually do add the dumpsters down there and the door goes in directly to the bedroom. So I thought that was a pretty cool idea as well. Now, I did struggle with like the windows placements. I have windows at the front of the house, which I will remove once I actually start making the floor plan on the inside. Just because the bathroom that I made on that first floor, I added it towards the front of the house, and I thought it would be weird to have those really big windows in the bathroom. So I ended up replacing it and add smaller windows towards the side. So that does get deleted. And right now I'm just basically working on the landscaping. I wanted to make the house, the exterior, just look very full and almost like the house was built into the trees, if that makes sense, or around the trees. I don't know. I feel like I see a lot of those types of houses on like Pinterest or Instagram, and they're just very kind of like picture perfect. Like you just want to take a picture in every corner of that house. So that's kind of what I was going for with this build, and I feel like I did pretty good on it. I'm really proud of it, especially how quickly it came out. So I just add that ladder and playing a little bit more with the landscaping. I actually also included a swing. For some reason, I didn't think about the swing set that came with Island Living at first until finally, like later down the build, I saw it. I'm like, oh yeah. Sometimes that happens. I totally forget we have certain items with certain builds. So I placed that one. I guess it's just because the first one that I saw which I kind of thought was weird because it has those lights on there, and that would not be a good idea with that water. But anyways, later on I do switch it for the island living one, which I feel like fit the build a lot better. And right now I am working on the living room, I think, here soon, which is, I want to say, my favorite part of the house, just because I really imagine myself sitting there with my cup of coffee, enjoying a nice TV show, and just listening to the waves and feeling the breeze. I feel like that would be very relaxing. So I make the living room right there. And at first, I actually did not think about that at first. I was going to originally have the living room inside, but I noticed how small the inside turned out to be. So I kind of just, it was just an idea that came in the moment, and I really, really liked it. So I played around a lot with those couches. For some reason, I just wasn't feeling them. I did not like how, I guess, like the overall structure of the couches I didn't like how they went with what I was going for with the theme. So I ended up switching those couches. I want to say for, I forget which pack it is, but you'll see them here in just a moment. And I really liked them. I had some curtains as well. I imagine maybe they, close them when the sun is too bright, or maybe at night for privacy. Thought that was really nice. And overall, like, this living room came out really good. If I do say so myself. Um, and then I go on to the actual inside of the house once I'm done with the living room. And I go and do the whole inside. I add the kitchen and the table. And when I go outside and switch out the windows to the bathroom, I remembered that I completely forgot to add the stairs to go in to the actual downstairs in the house. So that's why I kind of just resulted with just a regular ladder, which I feel like would be appropriate for this build, just because I imagined couple, maybe like a young couple on their honeymoon. They don't have any infants, no kids. So I feel like it would be appropriate, and it would be kind of fun to just go up and down that ladder, I feel like. So I struggled a little with the color scheme in the house just because I feel like it was already light on the outside, and adding those light colors on the inside, for some reason I wasn't feeling it, but I ended up working out. I feel like it worked pretty well with the colors I ended up choosing. And there I go, remembering that I completely forgot to add those stairs. So I just add the ladder, and I made sure that I liked where the placement was, and then I continued making more, and adding more onto the actual first floor of the house. So there I go, finishing up the kitchen, and I do add the small breakfast table there. And I really like the placement because I imagine the Sims having their breakfast there, a quick cup of coffee, looking out onto the ocean. And I just thought it was a really neat idea. I really like using those chairs as well. I use those chairs on the inside and on the outside dining room table as well. I want to say those did come with Island Living or Jungle Adventure, not too sure. But I really like how I incorporated them into the build, because what I was trying to go for is kind of like coastal meets modern in a way. So I really, really like that style. And here, I remember that we have like those glass views. I'm not sure what you call them, but I thought it would really be really I thought it would be really cool. I'm so excited I can't even talk. To add those on the actual build, because I see them all the time whenever I see like TikTok videos or like Instagram stories, whenever people are out in like the Bahamas or whatever islands, their Airbnbs look so cool, or their places that they're staying at, because they have these like glass floors, and you can see like the fishes or the fish, the marine life swimming. And I just thought it was a really cool idea. So added that. And overall, this is just basically a very big suite. We have the bed, and then the bathroom is one of my favorite parts as well, because the bathroom doesn't have a door, so it's just like it's all one big open space, and you just kind of go in and it all just flows together. And I was just kind of thinking maybe it's like the feel of like a spa, and everything is just so nice and cleaned. And It just very relaxed, and I really liked it. And I played a lot with that piece behind the bed. I wanted something to kind of divide like the entrance or the hallway into the room and the bedroom or bed, should I say. I just wanted to something to kind of split it up. And at first I thought about adding a wall, but I feel like it was too much. And then when I saw this piece from Island Living, I thought it was perfect. And I actually did have to downsize it a little bit because when I go back upstairs, I noticed that it was clipping into the actual floor of the upstairs. So I ended up shrinking it and just adding like two pieces, and I thought it still looked pretty good. So here I used a lot of Island Living stuff. Just because I feel like it was, the feel that I was going for, of course, and I added some modern pieces, and I imagine here on the actual dresser, adding in like a little basket, maybe like it was part of like the hotel or like the Airbnb people that add, a basket of goodies or towels or like shampoos and stuff. So I added that. And in the bathroom right now, I just have a bathtub, but I actually end up switching it here in a minute and I end up adding a shower. I just like the idea of playing along with everything being an open space. So I managed to fit that additional shower and, of course, the bathtub. I end up deleting that big glass window there in the corner. I feel like I don't know, I feel like it was kind of out of place. So I really, really liked overall how this suite came out, especially the bed, just, laying there, imagine waking up and just opening your eyes, immediately seeing the ocean. It would be an awesome view. And of course, that door leads on to the deck that is actually on the water. And I imagine, of course, another, little breakfast table. Maybe they have like room service, they have breakfast delivered to them, and they just have it out on the ocean. And here I go adding another table. I really didn't know what to do with this space, so I was like, why not? Just, add some more tables. Why not? And here I just add another picnic table down there and add a little sailboat, and I move on. I want to say this is towards the last piece already onto the bathroom. This is the part that I was probably the least excited about just because I guess it's the only room that really doesn't have much of a view. So that is why I added a whole bunch of windows towards the top. But I feel like overall it matched the theme of the house. Again, I used those slide up mirrors. I feel like those have to be some of my favorite mirrors in the game. And I just go back and switch out some things that I wasn't really liking. For example, that dresser, I switched it out for the island living one. I feel like that fit the build a little bit better. And those windows, I really like what I came up with those windows as well. I feel like I got inspired by the ones in the bathroom and just kind of creating like an art piece. Like this Airbnb is at a really pretty spot in the water. So why not incorporate a whole bunch of windows? So that's why I add those on that side of the wall. And here, I just kind of use that shelf to clutter more things onto that white shelf. I use those plates that came from Snowy Escape. I did those spoons. I really didn't want to do too much cluttering just because I had the idea of, again, it's an Airbnb spot. So they probably have like the necessities, but just not a whole bunch of clutter that you would probably see in a normal house. So now I just go back outside and tweak a little bit more of the landscaping, add a floaty out there, the garbage cans, switch out that swing set for the island living one, and that's pretty much it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know of any ideas or suggestions that you guys may have in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye!
I was out drinking, looking for the next thing. I couldn't really settle down. Always the sun will shine on you wherever you go, wherever you go. And when it gets dark, stay strong.